All right, so we got big, not big game, but a game against every game is a big game now when you're undefeated. But we have a game against Los Angeles Rams. I think that there is. Um, we'll do some housekeeping things as far as who's going to be out, some big names being out, and then some keys, what to expect, and then keys to victory. So we have Cam Jurgens, who got placed on IR, who's placed on for a foot injury, so he won't be playing. Marlon Tuapaluta, too. He's going to be out. D tackle's going to be out. Fletcher Cox is going to be out as well, too. Cindy Brown out as well. So once again, the secondary, we knew Cindy Brown was going to be out for some time with Devontae Max on injured reserve, and then Zach McPherson on injured reserve as well, too. That's what we got. We got Roby as well too, to kind of replace and help with some nickel coverage instead of having Bradbury in nickel coverage, because we saw what happened with Washington and them just really being able to pass the ball on us from that nickel slot position. And I put some film out so you guys can see that as well too. But um, I think that we have the core group of players that we want to play. We're relatively healthy, which is going to be big. Uh, you know, Staying healthy is going during the midseason is a huge thing. Can your guys perform and play in the middle of the season, good football, stay away from injuries, because injuries can change the season. Um, for for Los Angeles, all they have is out. Stetson Bennett's out. Jason Taylor safety out. And then no real big players that we expect to make impact on the game. But when it comes to keys of victory and what to expect from the game, I think that this may be one of those games where we just end up running the ball, depending on how well they're doing stop and run the ball, and how if Los Angeles is going to put players in the box to stop the run and say, hey, pass on us. Um, I think regardless, our offense should come out here and flow well. Not doubting the Rams, but this is a game where our offense should be able to execute, make plays, pass when we want to pass, run when we want to run. Um, so I do expect us to come out early, establishing the run game, establishing the short passing game, and then once that defense gets fatigued and we start lulling them to sleep or setting them up for things in the second half, we start opening up our playbook in the second half, and being, a little bit more aggressive and serve as far as passing the ball downfield, depending on the landscape of the game. Um, so establish the run for offense, come out, run the ball heavy, making sure we can run the ball. Set the line of scrimmage early, uh, um, the win at the line of scrimmage early, and then continue to build on that. And then pass the ball as needed, but not necessarily something we should or aim to do. And this defense is definitely where we can make waves and pass the ball on. Now on the defensive side, we got to be honest and true. To our tick technique and our secondary, we got to be disciplined in our coverage. Matt Stafford is a gunslinger. I mentioned he was playing some good football. He still got some juice left, but at the same time, he's been throwing picks. He has 5 picks this season. So I think that there'll be an opportunity for us there to kind of jump on some opportunities. Where he's not necessarily making the best throws and whatnot. Believe it or not, Kyron Williams, the running back, whatever Williams has more rushing touchdowns than K Swift, because Jalen Hurts gets him when we run, and Stafford has passed for more yards than Hurts. A lot of those passes were in garbage time. Paul Nuka actually has more yards than AJ Brown and more receptions. That stuff really doesn't matter, but I think the keys to and victory for the Eagles is go out, play sound football, execute. Let's get back home. We have a schedule where it's not the toughest part of our schedule, right? The Rams, the Washington Rams, Jets, and then we have a big game against the Dolphins. We play the Commanders again, then Cowboys, Chiefs, Bills, 49ers, Cowboys. So we have about maybe 5-6 weeks where we're going to play essentially meaningful playoff games, that people may want to see to get an idea of what will happen later. Of course, the NFL scheduling committee made sure we played the toughest team that we'll go throughout the season undefeated. Um, do I say we lose one of those games in there? I think we can win them if we're playing sound football and we stay healthy, and that's the biggest thing. Am I completely afraid of the Chiefs and the Bills? No. For the 49ers, we'll figure out who the 49ers are, tomorrow night when they play the Cowboys. But going into your midseason slate, right? You've already played 4 games. You got the Rams, winnable game, Jets, winnable game, and then you have the Dolphins. So a lot that we have to kind of figure out and make sure that we have squared away going into this midseason stretch. But for this particular game, be good at what we say we're good at, execute, mitigate the penalties, and then defense. Let's see if we can get a turnover and turn the ball over.